welcome to another episode of Warhammer Thoughty. Here again today, and this, as you know, the intro suggests, is another episode of Warhammer Thoughty. Now, before we get started, I just want to say, in the comments below, can you let me know how the sound quality is? Of course, I'll listen to this back, but I'll listen to it on one thing, and I want like a variety of opinions, because obviously some people listen to things on the smartphone with headphones in, some people listen to things on the smartphone no headphones in, they watch them on their iPads, their tablets, headphones, no headphones, computers, again, headphones, no headphones. So if you can let me know how the sound quality is, I imagine it's going to be a bit low, for a reason that, going back to a Warhammer Thoughty video a few weeks ago, where the Lone Ranger asked me a question, and it prompted the video, or the Lone Ranger did a video of his own, and it prompted me to do a Thoughty video. If my equipment broke that I used to do YouTube, could I continue to do YouTube without it? And something on my equipment's broke. My phone, which I film most of my YouTube videos on, the headphone jack isn't working, it's not registering the headphones, so that's what I use as a microphone. You'll normally see a wire coming from the phone to sort of my neck area, quite often like that, just dangling down. But yeah, the headphone jack isn't registering the headphones. I noticed it when I was driving home in my car. I had an auxiliary cable plugged in, and then all of a sudden the podcast stopped playing. I was like, oh, that's weird. So I got it to play again, and it started playing through my phone speaker. So that's very annoying. I think I'm due a new phone soon anyway. We'll see. But yeah, so if you could let me know in the comments below what the sound quality is like, that'd be splendid. Now, on to this week's topic. So this week's topic is all about balance. Now, I'm not talking about in-game balance, because that's a bit beyond me, that I'd say. I'm talking about balancing your YouTube output with your actual hobby time. So that's something that's over, the few years I've been doing YouTube videos. I've always I found when I've been getting more videos out, my actual hobby time has been decreasing. When I say hobby time, YouTube's part of my hobby now, of course. But when I say hobby time, I'm talking specifically about building, painting, stuff like that. Now, I think I was talking to Craig when I went and met him in Warhammer World. As a YouTube content creator, sometimes the desire to get videos out there overpowers the desire to do the hobby. And the content of the videos becomes less important than getting the videos out there. Now, for me, if I was to completely stop doing the hobby, I could still, for a period of time, let's say, I still had an interest in the hobby, but I just didn't want to build up, paint anything. I could still get content out there on a weekly basis through this medium, through my Thoughty series, because it doesn't actually require me to do any hobby. But when I am doing hobby things, there's always a temptation to stop what I'm doing and like grab my phone, grab my camera. Right, I've got to get an update for this up. I've got to make sure everybody sees I'm building this terrain. Something like that. If you don't know what that is, it's from Shadow War Armageddon. It's one of the new pieces of Sector Mechanicus Industrial Terrain, I think it's called. They've just released some new stuff this weekend, actually, which looks pretty nice. It's all the same stuff. It's all the same sprues. It's just it looks like a half decent deal to some of the £45 kits they've been releasing. There's one up there at the minute that's £35, which I think most people want the walkways, but a lot of the kits they've released so far haven't had much of the walkways in. So check it out if you are interested in that terrain. So over the past few weeks or so, the only video content I've been getting up has been, I've done the odd video in the week, but mostly it's been at the weekends. I've done a Sigmar Saturday, and some of the times I've been doing them live, and I've also done my Thoughty videos, these ones. What that enables me to do is, through the week, when I come home from work, rather than make a video about hobbying, I just actually do the hobby. Like I said about this piece of terrain, I got these all built yesterday because I did my Sigmar Saturday video in the morning, nice and quick. But all through the week last night, I'd been painting, not all through the week, sorry, but, the odd night here and there, I've been painting my Age of Sigmar miniatures, and with me not filming stuff for it, it's really enabled me to progress further than I would have done if I had kept stopping to film. And this terrain, I keep going back to this, but yeah, I've built almost a complete set of terrain yesterday. There's a lot of hobbyists out there that'd be like, I'll tell you what, I'll pan around and show you. So there we go. There's my almost complete Shadow War Armageddon terrain. There was a beer can in there as well. Interestingly, I'll go back to it. There's a beer can just around there. Interestingly, it's almost the right size to prop up one of these. So that's a little nugget of information for you. When I say it's a beer can, it's like a stubby beer can. In the UK, it's like a Coke or a Pepsi can. I imagine in the US as well, but most of our beer cans over here are taller. So that's why I thought I'd specify that. So, back onto the hobby. So people like myself, and certain other YouTubers out there, they might worry, like, I've got to make sure I get content up. The thing for me is, I've seen more of a growth in my channel when I've been getting 2 regular videos out a week, or 1 regular video, this one, and the Sigmar Saturday semi-regular. I've seen more growth in my channel when I've been getting 2 regular videos out a week than when I've been getting, some weeks in the past, I'd be getting 3 or 4 videos out, but they'd just be on random nights, you know. People couldn't rely on them. So I think finding set time to do stuff is always potentially a good idea. If you are trying to grow your channel and stuff like that, try and get in maybe, if you want to do, some people do Warhammer Wednesday, I do Sigmar Saturday obviously, Space Marines Sunday, which is one Wargamer Viking does, and there's all different, you know, you can do ones that roll off the tongue like that, but you don't have to. You could just do Micro Machine Monday, that rolls off the tongue as well. I don't know why I said that, Micro Machines just popped into my head. But yeah, you could do Marine Monday, but like I said, they don't have to roll off the tongue. I don't know why I'm making them roll off the tongue, they just pop into my head like that, you know. You could do Painting Monday, you could do Building Tuesday, and they don't roll off the tongue quite so well, so they're not quite as catchy. But do whatever you want to make you happy. If you want to do a regular update video, I know Tattoo for You, Richard, he has his Weird Wednesdays where it's not always about hobby. Sometimes it's about hobby, but it's not always about hobby. He'll show you something he's been working on, but it's more about his life as Weird Wednesdays. He has his Q&As on a Monday. I think that's why so many people do Q&As as well, because it's something regular you can get out there. I only ask questions on people's Q&As now and again, because I at one stage I found myself running to my phone, like typing into Google questions to ask people. It's like, when you get to the stage where you're doing that, it's like, maybe I don't want to ask a question, because it's something extra I'm doing to create content for their channel, which, you know, if they've got enough subscribers that can ask them questions and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons I actually stopped doing a Q&A, because my Waffle and Walk series, I think I'm going to do one every now and again. I'll do one at some point in the near future, hopefully. I still have a question unanswered from the previous video. But yeah, getting back on track. As I always seem to go off on tangents in these videos. Getting back on track. Finding the right balance between your YouTube life and your hobby life. For everybody it's different, that's the thing. Idigbeer40k gets about 5 videos out a week, and that's a single person running that channel. That's a crazy achievement in my opinion. I think he does most of his videos on his days off, so he's just very productive on certain days, and then does hobby obviously when he's on other random nights. But 5 videos a week is massive. At the minute I'd really struggle to do 5 videos a week, because I'm in work all through the week. I get set days off as well. I found when I started doing the Thoughty video and the Sigmar Saturday, I found when the content became regular, like I said, it started to grow my channel, and potentially I could do more videos on these on the weekend days, on my days off. But for me, I also want to just get some hobby done, like building that terrain, like the bank holiday Monday. It was Easter Monday. I built the best part of my. I'm pointing there because it's upstairs. I built the best part of my what was going to be my terrain piece for Nick's Eddie Bear's Train Square Corner Challenge. And you know, I'm more productive when I'm recording less videos, but that doesn't mean your channel has to suffer, because, like I said, when you get regular content out there, more people seem to subscribe. And I'm going to leave it there now, guys, because you'll each, I think, YouTube content creators out there, you'll each in your own time, if you've not already found it, you'll find the right balance for you. And I'm not saying 2 videos a week is the right balance. It's not at all, because, like I said, for Eddie Bear 40k, it gets about 5, sometimes 6 videos out a week. Sometimes it gets video out every day, I think. And you know, there's different channels out there that are capable of getting different amounts out. Some channels have more people involved, and therefore they can just grow the channel and get regular content out there very easily. Whereas single operator channels, they sometimes struggle to get regular content out there. But what I'd say to you is, if you can get regular content out there, if you are getting 1 video a week out there, you can get regular content out there. Maybe put it on a certain day, give it a flashy name like Warhammer Thoughty. Don't steal my name, or I'll come for you. I'll find you, and I'll give you a thrashing. Okay, we're going to leave it there, guys. Like I said, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you on the battlefield.